Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright Jr. of www.stressfreenow.info.
Hey, good morning. This is Dr. Bob, the stress and pain relief doctor, coming to you today from Copenhagen, Denmark. And so my travel tip for you today is how to turn lemons into lemonade. Last night, I had an experience, a first-time experience, where I had been wanting to hear a certain type of music and actually been craving it. And so part of the issue for me was only in hindsight did I realize that I had raised my expectations so high that when I had the actual experience, that it was a downer. Have you ever had something happen to you like that, where you just been fantasizing about how great an experience is going to be, and then when the actual experience happens, it's a downer for you? And so that happened to me last night. I had been craving like R&B music and had seen a lot of really good music in the past, and so of course I sat right up front and the band started playing, and the first thing I noticed was I started wondering, I wonder why they started off the set with that song. So that was foreshadowing I was going to be taking an emotional sled ride downhill, not to my liking. And so from that first song, because normally when a band comes out, they do like a high energy song to get the crowd really like, hey, let's get going, like I was in Spain and they came out with doing the Flamingo and they weren't playing. And so the thing is, the band was technically excellent, very, very expert. There's nothing not to like about the music. Each solo player was incredible. However, it lacked the feeling sense of why we find music enjoyable. So when I was listening, I said, well, what's missing here? And I said, well, the analogy would be like, this is like Mr. Spock from the Starship Enterprise trying to play soul music. He just doesn't have that thing. And so as I sat there and they played song after song, what I noticed was my energy started to go down, 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 down. And so this is my tip for you. If you are ever in a situation where you feel like your energy is going down, or there's a case where you're in an environment where it's actually, you feel like it's energy vampire. In this particular case, I just noticed that my whole being felt like I was being drained. My energy was being drained. And so during the last song that I was there, I kept saying to myself, I said, I wonder if I can last to the end of this set. And unfortunately, the energy drain was so great that I got up in the middle of the set and walked out. And so that's kind of embarrassing in the sense that you never like to be in the front and then walk out like that. However, when I got back to my cabin, I was so happy and I had a sense of relief because I got out of there. And that is my tip for you. If you are ever in a situation where you feel like your energy, for whatever reason, is being drained, get out of there and then do the analysis later. So I was able to do the analysis, which is basically the music was very technically excellent, but it was like a left brain experience where it was just perfect, good technical skills, but it didn't have that extra thing that we look for. It's just like so many other things that it's hard to put a term on it, but when we know it, when we see it, and when we feel it. And so I wasn't feeling it, and I was going in the opposite direction. So this is Dr. Bob signing off today from Copenhagen, Denmark. Unexpectedly having one of my fantasy balloons, the bubbles popped, But I'm not lowering my expectations. So I hope to be someplace else and hear the music that I'm looking for, because it's out there and exists, and I've heard it many, many times. So this is Dr. Bob, the stress and pain relief doctor, telling you to dust off your passport and get out there and travel, because the green travel light is on. And I'll tell you a secret. I've met more people that have been on over 100 cruises than I just couldn't imagine. So on one level, my mind was blown, because I've only been on about 20 cruises. And so here's the secret. The people that travel are traveling like gangbusters. The people that are telling you to stay home, it's not safe, don't go see grandma and give her a hug, they're lying to you. Every flight I've been on, packed, full. So do yourself a favor, take a vacation, take a break, take a trip, whether it's domestic or international. But get out there and enjoy yourself. This is Dr. Bob signing off from stressfreenow.info. Until next time, be safe and be well.